Top member roles is a feature in Discord through InfiniTea that allows you to reward your top members for various activity types. Visiting this page here, you'll notice that there are a rankings option along the left-hand side, and these are effectively your ranks, or for example, we have daily, weekly, monthly, and we also have a unique one for Path of Exile only active chatters. Interestingly, the way that this functions is you would create a name, you would specify the tracked activities. This is an important option that you need to configure. However, I do want to call out that the only options available for you to configure for tracking activity on the free plan are messages, reactions, and voice. Engagement, community reputation, and staff reputation are premium features. However, I find that most people will never use these, and that's why we put those in the premium feature. That's just an added benefit if you want to help support InfiniTea. If you are a supporter, you'll have access to those additional activity types. So, activity types are tracked across all of the configured activity types. For example, in our case, we have engagement, message, and reaction. So these are the members that are most active on all three of those combined, not each individual, but combined. The ranking window specifies how frequently the leaderboard should set, or the size of it. It is a rolling leaderboard. In other words, if I was to select weekly, this is 7 days. So if I sent a message today and today only, in 7 days, that tracked event would fall off the leaderboard. And then tomorrow, that message would fall off in 6 days, and 5 days, and 4 days, and so forth. So it rolls on a 7-day period, or whatever period you have. The settings for it are the leaderboard size. Now this portion right here can be a little bit confusing at first, but I'll help explain. When you configure maximum positions, so this is the total number of positions where how many users are allowed to be on this leaderboard. In this case, I have it configured for top 10. There's also a buffer position. Buffer positions are super useful for communities that are incredibly active, or if you have a high volume activity type such as messages in a very popular channel. It prevents people from flip-flopping between being on the leaderboard and being off of the leaderboard. This would resolve after 5 to 10 minutes, where if a user was competing for the bottommost position, they would both get the role that is configured. The reward roles are the roles that are provided to the user only while they are on that leaderboard, and it is automatically removed if they are taken off of the leaderboard. Eligibility roles are the roles that a user must have in order to be considered for this leaderboard, and then ignored roles are roles where if any user has any one of these roles, they would not be considered for this ranking. Notably, it's important that you understand this functionality here. If you come back and later change this, InfiniTea will automatically resolve and update your users based on those changes. For example, if I changed this to Ken Link, for example, InfiniTea would automatically go through the active chatters, remove the active chatters, and replace it with the new updated role. So feel free to update this at any time. It will stay in sync for you automatically. Notifications are a fun way for you to configure when notification messages happen. For example, a user enters the leaderboard, or if a user falls off of the leaderboard. This is a great way to help drive engagement in a competitive nature. Status is simply turning it on or off. Hopping into Discord, there are a couple of associated commands with this. I'm going to do /sync, and you'll see that there's a sync top member roles. You can configure it to sync a specific user or a specific configuration. If I wanted to sync the specific configuration, I can select that and press enter. And from there, it'll go through here and it will sync automatically. Now, it's already updated for me, so it hasn't made any changes. But if you happen to make changes in your dashboard and you want to see the effects of those changes more immediately, feel free to go and run that sync. This system does not instantly respond. It reacts dynamically based on this ranking window. For example, if you select hourly, it's going to update every 5 minutes. However, if you select annually, it's only going to update once a day. And that's by design to help keep the bot processing down low, as well as keep things a little bit more sensible. So understand that based on this ranking window, the bot will process at different rates. If you need to sync, use that /sync command here to sync the configuration or to sync the user. And that's all there is to top member roles. I do want to make one more call out here. A fun way you can use this is through the variables function with Message Builder. We have defined a message builder for each of our top monthly Diamond gamers, our Platinum gamers, and our Gold gamers. And this automatically updates up here as users are added to or removed from any of these lists. I encourage you to hop over to the variable section and select the help button in the bottom right, or feel free if you want more information about the messages, hop into Message Builder and select more information via the help button in the bottom right.